Hey, my Cancer friends, welcome. Welcome aboard. If you are brand new, welcome back. If you are not, and welcome home. If that sits perfectly for you today, we want to talk about what's going on for you in September of 2024. If you have a Capricorn, if you have a Cancer sun, moon, rising, or Venus, or if you happen to know or love someone who has strong Cancer placements in their charts. And since I said Capricorn, I will say there might be messages for you there. You just never know, right? It is your opposite, so you just never know. Here's the deal. I want you also to keep in mind, please, that your intuition is what runs this show here. Make sure that the messages resonate with you and for you, that anything that doesn't feel right, feel like it's part of your story, feel like it's a message for you, you just feel free to leave that right here. Don't feel free to pick it up. Do not run with it. Check your moon, check your Venus, check your rising, or check a pick-a card reading if you really feel like you need a message and you don't find one here. That's okay, right? That's okay. The key is to never, ever push something into your story or your consciousness or your being. Your intuition is a gift. It's a gift from the universe for you, right? So just utilize it. Just allow it to be. This is fascinating. You start off with adaptation and Venus in Virgo. Well, okay, so I like it. My BFF ought to love that octopus, right? She loves her some octopus. And I mean the animal, not to eat them, by the way. And so Venus in Virgo. So let's talk about this, Cancer. We're talking about discrimination, adaptation. How do those things fit, right? So Venus in Virgo is really going to want to find the right path, the right choice, make the right decision, create the right routine. And so if, see, we're talking about choosing, adapt and overcome, right? Adapt and overcome. And so here's the thing. If we're going to talk about, will you choose me? I hope you'll wait for me. Love is the answer. What's going on with you guys? My little Cancer friends. I have a Cancer moon, so let's talk about this. How is it that you are either feeling some kind of way in a relationship? You might be in anticipation. Oh, I see it. Okay. So if you're in anticipation of a relationship, if you have a crush, right, or if you're in the early stages of a relationship, or even if you've been in a relationship for a really long time, it seems like what's happening is that there's a shift somewhere, whether that shift is in the person with whom you're in relationship or whether the shift is in you, right? There is an adjustment period. Ooh, hello. That's always required, right, when there's any change in consciousness. One of the things that I tell my clients when they come and start doing the work with me is always, please understand that as you undertake this work, the relationships in your life are necessarily going to be affected because you can't change yourself without the dynamics of all of the relationships in your life shifting and changing as well. And people either change with you or they adapt to the changes that you're making, or the relationship ends, or perhaps even worse, you slide back into your pre-change habits, right? So it depends on the nature of the relationship. And so in this instance, what I believe is happening for you, oh yeah, you're healing from something. Yeah, you've got the Seven of Wands, the Six of Swords, the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Cups, the Four of Swords. Hold up, let's get these last three. The Two of Pentacles. Oh, my Cancer friends. The Eight of Cups and the Ace of Swords. Okay. All right. So here's the deal. Whatever has gone on for you, you have made some shifts and changes. You had to do a priority reset, right? And there was some transition in your life, some transition in your consciousness, in your habit, perhaps in your routines, right? The way that you create and structure your life. And the fact of the matter is, those things felt great to you, right? They absolutely felt great to you. They created more stability. They created more contentment, more satisfaction. But in doing so, again, there are choices to be made in the relationships in your life. As you grow, as you create something new within your own idea, mindset, right? The way that you put your feet on the ground has shifted and changed. And what that means is that there are some places that are going to have to, you're either going to have to walk away, or some people are going to have to walk away from you. The thing is, how are you going to move with that as an idea? I'm pulling the card here. Okay, the Ten of Wands. So, woo, that's a lot, my little Cancer friends. So you're going to have to put some things down, right? The Ten of Wands always requires that we release the thing we've said yes to. And if that's the price of your leveling up, then that's the price of your leveling up, right? The way that you adapt, the way that you deepen yourself into accepting the new level of emotional stability that is you, is that some people may drift out of your circle. They may drift out of your sphere. They may drift out of your experience. And that has to be okay, right? The Two of Pentacles reminds you that everything is always in flow anyway. And what you have, what belongs to you, is always yours, right? So the people who drift in and out of your life are meant to do that. They're meant to drift in and out of your life. Just because you reshuffle your priorities doesn't mean you're obligated, right? Once you learn that new thing, after you come out of that leveling up, you can't unlearn it without consequences to yourself. You can repress it, you can ignore it, you can avoid it, but that's not really part of adaptation or discrimination. These are dynamic processes, right? You have a lot of dynamic cards here, and the only card that you have that is a little bit stagnant is this Four of Swords, the learning, right? And this Ace of Swords is the new idea that allows you to move forward. What you're releasing is the old paradigm things, the things that are attached to the old way you've been, the old you, right? And in releasing those old patterns fully, you will invite the new things, the new experiences, the new levels of satisfaction and contentment. And if that means new relationships, it means new relationships. If it means new love, it means new love. You have to let it be, right? You have to let that part be, because moving requires that you understand that part of that process is you, right? Is you. Mars moves into Cancer on the 4th of September. That means the way you move through this month is going to be different, right? What you're going to have to do is resist the urge to close the doors and hold on to the things that you've been holding on to. This could be interesting. Keep choosing you first, right? My Cancer friends, choose you first every time. Yeah. Here's the deal. Please hit like, please hit subscribe. Come back, let me know how this goes, and be super blessed and kind to yourself through this whole month, right? Big blessings.